Welcome to Kernels, where we discuss short films. Today's short film is Next Floor from 2018, directed by Denis Villeneuve. Close? Close enough?
Close enough.
Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah, I got
Director of Dune and Dune 2.
Yeah.
We'll get into it.
Yeah, which you instantly see the style
Yes.
of Dune, or like what he kind of brought to Dune.
From the first shot, though, which is crazy.
Yeah, right?
Like the color, like the boldness.
And how like
the framing.
Crisp the character is, and then like kind of like you still see some of the background and everything, the color grading. It's just in Dune, and Dune 2, it's just a grander scale. Yeah, you can tell that like someone probably watched this and was like, oh, this would be perfect for this and stuff. And I think that's what's cool about this. We say it all the time. It's like you see
the progression,
what they kind of like, and how they choose their style, and they continue with that, and they kind of feed into that. And that opening shot is cool because I don't know if you like, if I'm correct, they're like zooming out from the character.
Yeah.
But then it looked like the background is like also pulling back.
It's all the lens.
Okay.
Like as you're zooming out, like things get either more or less compressed.
It was crazy. I was like, whoa. And then it kind of like also kind of like put him in the middle of these horses. And which I'm assuming a lot of times when you saw horses and like and the way that they showed it in the shot, like those are the horsemen of the apocalypse. And he's like this dude that's a part of that.
Yeah.
Like, it kind of set the tone that like this is not a good dude, or like at least it's like
there's something going on.
There's something weird that's happening.
But this kind of goes back to like shorts and even films we watched previously with like minimal dialogue, but still gives a great story.
Yeah, really. He says next floor.
Yeah,
that's it.
That's it. And just the fact, like, it didn't feel like the characters even flinched when they went down to that next floor.
Hell
It's just
no.
an entire floor just falls apart, and table and chairs and people just fall to the next floor, and it felt like they were unfazed. They just like wiped the dirt off, or had somebody else wipe the dirt off for them, and they were like, "All right, let's keep eating."
Yeah.
It's like what?
Yeah, so it's like a dinner table, and
Yeah.
they're serving food to these individuals at the dinner table. They're dressed up in their like
Equestrian,
suits,
fancy
dresses and stuff, and nice attire, and then
eating crazy animals.
they're
eating just
eating like
brains
oysters, but
and
it looks
shit.
like brains,
Yeah.
and like deers that are completely like just like whole, and it looks like they're eating a lot of like raw stuff too. But then the table will collapse through the floor, and then that's what the guy says, next floor. And all the servers, the people playing
Just
the music,
walk
run
down the stairs. Yeah.
and
I loved the shot of once they did fall down to that next floor, and they kind of pull back, and you can see how many subsequent floors they had already fallen down.
I like that too.
Yeah.
And then the chandelier kind of
just kind of slowly comes down.
And everything, and it's a very interesting concept and everything. And we talked about it like right before we started recording. Is that there's a film on Netflix called The Platform, which kind of is not exactly
similar, more so. It's more of a class system, and like as you go down the tiers or go down the floors, it's more like leftovers, more so than like, hey, here's a full meal like these people were eating on each floor.
I think this movie Next Floor, or this short film Next Floor, was like a more of a communication on like the gluttony of the people that have too much excess.
Yeah.
And it's like, here, have everything you want, but this is gonna happen and stuff.
Yeah.
But then we're still gonna be shoving, and there's that one person that's at the table, the woman, who's like, I don't want this. Or you can tell they're kind of like trying to act in a way that like this
It's excessive or it's too much. Yeah.
Like, I don't want this and everything. But everyone else just goes back to, and they feel,
they were even taking off other people's plates.
yeah,
like,
right, and they feel happier. You can tell they like get livened up by eating the food and taking their excess and stuff. But then it turns into where it's like they're almost kind of stuck in this
It's like a
repetitious excess until they get to wherever they go, falling through the floor.
I don't think it ever ends. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's got to just
like,
keep.
it just seems like they're gonna keep going, and they're gonna keep following
Keep
down.
eating, just like
Yeah, this is a very cool concept, and I really like this because it's like these short films. Some of them are like completely on
the spectrum's crazy. Yeah,
they're like from one side to the other. They're like either like totally different styles.
And even with the time, like the fact that we've seen short films that were 3 minutes and had an amazing story versus ones that we've seen that were 20 to 30 minutes that the story was just like, nothing really came out of this story. This was right in the middle. This was 10 minutes, roughly 11 minutes. And it had a great story and minimal dialogue.
A lot, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's funny because like we had just talked about, we recorded an episode for The Joker too, and we kind of took that as like a big swing and possibly a miss.
Yeah.
Where it's a very like complex concept that they're trying to convey in a very complex way, and it's like a big swing. But they did it in like a small way that like, I'm not gonna lose a lot of things off of this.
It was a great proof of concept.
Yeah, and so that's what I think. Like the Joker 2 was like, maybe that was like a short film that like he extended it out into like a 2-hour film. For this, it's like, hey, like if you kind of like change up the structure of it, you get the platform. Where I think someone probably watched this and like, hey, like
I'm gonna pull.
We could change this a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's a very interesting watch. I'm probably gonna go with my dad setting up a new TV today, so I'm gonna like tell him like,
I'll watch it with him.
Watch this.
Yeah,
and everything.
It's a quick watch.
Yeah, it's 10 minutes.
Yeah.
There's one line that happens like ever so often. So I think,
wait. So, are you gonna prime him for that?
No.
Or are you just gonna be like, hey, we're gonna watch this and turn it on?
I'm just gonna once the football game's over, I'm just gonna be like, boop, let me get the remote. I'm not even gonna tell anybody.
I got something real quick.
But I think definitely like recommending this to anybody is a definite recommendation.
Yeah, I think your way may be the best way to recommend it. Of just like, hey, I got something we should check out, and to send the link or just turn it on. I don't know how I would go about actually expressing, hey, this is why you should check this out. I think this is more of, hey, this director has a great track record.
Yeah.
Here's something short. If you kind of want to dive deeper into what he's created, check it out. It's from 2018.
Text it to somebody and be like, watch it now.
Yeah.
Wherever you are. I don't care.
That's what I do with TV shows. Hey, I thought this was funny. You should check it out.
But yeah, so granted, we are going to have the link to the video, the short film called
Next Floor.
Next Floor. We're going to have the link to the video. It's found on YouTube and everything. It's a super quick watch, but it's actually a very beautiful kind of done short film by someone that goes on to do Dune and Dune 2 in this grand scale and stuff. So we will link the video down below in the description so you can watch it for yourself. But also let us know in the comments below if you've seen Next Floor, the short film on YouTube, if you've seen it, if you liked it, disliked it, what you thought about it. Did you see Platform, and do you think that this kind of like, the Platform kind of like drew from this short film a little bit to kind of do their own take on this kind of story? But yeah, let us know in the comments below if you liked it, disliked it, or what you thought about it. And please like and subscribe to Saturday Night Popcorn for more kernels like these.
And if you have any recommendations for short films.
Yes. I'm forgetting things. I told him I had a steel trap. But if you have any recommendations of short films, please let us know. We like to watch anything. And then we want to be able to like recommend them to anybody that watches this.